Standing 6'8", number 49, Andre Stewart. Starting at shooting guard, at 6'3", number 23, at the other forward position, at 6'9", number 24, A-Train. The other guard, 6 feet 1 inches, number 14, Ray Allen. Your home team head coach is Frank Vogel. Ladies and gentlemen, your Detroit Pistons.
The week is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA. With Greg Anthony and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. And one injury for them. They're still pretty close to full strength, though.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. McLemore is out there with Flash. Then there's Bottoms. Then there's Wiley. And it's Powell in at the two-guard spot. And for the Pistons, they've got Big Daddy. AI is out there with A-Train. And it's Holland in at the point guard. Looking at teams with new coaches, Chris, how long do you think it usually takes a new system to get the kinks out and work properly?
Yeah, hopefully you have veteran players because they can adapt the system a little bit quicker. Younger players, they might not, know the lingo. They might not know necessarily where to be. So you have to practice. And with practice time not being as a premium like it used to be, it's a little tougher. So it takes a while. You want to make sure you kind of look at the season, 82 games. You look at it in 4 20-game stretches. And you hope by that second 20-game stretch, you're into finding your rhythm as a team. And the team's starting to hone in on those little details.
Good perspective. Stewart passes to Holland. AI outside. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. And it's good for 2. Holland's got his team on the board to start the game for the Pistons. Gilbert passes to Wiley. Now here's Powell. Guarded closely. Shot clock at 5. Passes it to Gilbert. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's AI. What a tremendous game he played against New York. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Stewart passes to Perry. 5 on the clock. Here's AI. Rebounded by Flash. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Pass to Powell. Can't cash in from close range.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Holland. No good on the 3. The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Hits it from 3-point range. 6 points for Bottoms.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
And Chris, just how special was it to play for Detroit in your career? What relationship does this team have with their fans?
Yeah, it was so special. I mean, being able to go home to the house that I grew up in, to where my parents lived, and be able to go to the Pistons practice and to be part of it, to put on that jersey. It was so special, man. This team is a mainstay of the city. I mean, you feel like you can lift up the whole city when you play for the Pistons. It was such a special part of my career.
Pass to Flash. Launches it. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
To the paint to end the run, and Holland gets it to go. Holland's got his second basket of the night.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you got to bring much faster help than that.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
AI outside. The pass to A-Train. Back to AI. Nice spin off the left rim and in. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Bottoms. He has 6. And McLemore kicks to Powell. Philadelphia moving the ball around. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Riley. Detroit with the rebound. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
And they were connecting. And when they're connecting like that, they're hard to beat. Their accuracy from outside, just incredible.
They get it back. Hollins kicks to AI. Takes the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. AI's got 5.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
And the 76ers decide to take their first timeout here.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Detroit Pistons dancers.
Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. The 76ers third.
Yeah, I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
Passes it to Poole. And McLemore now atop the key. Just 5 on the clock. Dandridge pulls it in.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Pass to Harris. Here's A-Train. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Sparks passes to D. No good off the front iron.
Now, look, even if he had other places to go with the ball, that's a good shot. You can't blame him for letting that one fly.
Here's Viana. Lays it up and banks it in.
Oh, nice drive there to get to the bucket using some of that terrific agility that he possesses.
Harris passes to A-Train. Back to Harris. There's the pass to Sparks. There's the triple. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Don't underestimate him. He can knock that down.
Philadelphia's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. McLemore with the ball. Here's Viana. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Let's talk about it. The great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And that one, good.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
Here's Big Daddy. And that one released in time, but no good. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. 76ers ahead, leading by just 2. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
Just stretching out the floor at first. They had the defense scrambling.
But just wearing them out. I mean, when you space the floor like this, the defense has to run and expend energy.
The Pistons trailing. We've got D. A-Train is out there with Dandridge. Then there's Harris. And it's Sparks in at the point. They're the group Detroit will start the second with. Fast break, Philadelphia. Here's Viana. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Pass to Harris. Good shot selection, largely dependent on getting open. Which players do the best job of moving, you think, right now without the ball?
Period. Klay Thompson, 60 points, 11 dribbles. Did you hear me?
I got
60
it.
points,
Shocking.
11 dribbles.
It almost looks
He's
like a misprint,
sick.
doesn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And he just needs a sliver of space, and he's going to knock down that three. The D has to be a little bit more aggressive when it comes to guarding him.
Here's A-Train. 5 to shoot. Harris passes to A-Train. Here's Sparks. Another 3 for Detroit.
Sparks.
The 76ers leading. Pass to Poole. 3-pointer. Drills it from outside. Poole's got a pair of triples in the second now for Philadelphia.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
Kicks it to Harris. Here's A-Train. Back to Harris. Fires from deep. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Philadelphia leading by 4. Pass to Poole. Here's Big Daddy. Up and in on the layup. Big Daddy's got his first 2 points.
This offense just continues to impress.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes, Greg, it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
Debate about who is the greatest, what you debate about. I swear that it's always something. Get to it, I always want something. I swear that it's all a something. Head out there, always want something.
I got a beautiful condo, stacking my birth for the house next. They was keep trying to sign me. They do not have the amount yet. See, I come from a place where don't usually amount. Ordered up houses across from the suburbs that's causing a feud like the northern and southern. Because society got them running in your mother's house. Cause they under your covers, there's no one that covers that's pointing at you. They running for cover, the news ain't gon' cover. There's nothing to govern with each other, to deal with each other, for dealing to others, dealing with the facts. Make it wonder who gon' have my back when the storm thunder. He gon' take the cook and make it. Ain't no thinking twice. He don't never stutter. Money in.
So both teams making some changes here. Here's Big Daddy. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Lets the 3 fly.
You got it. Come on.
Rebounded by Langford. The 76ers leading by 6. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And Flash gets it to go.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
The Pistons have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. To stop the run, buries the long-range jumper.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
Baddest one passes to Langford. Over to the wing. Here's Flash. Another three for Philadelphia.
And he's on a good pace here from three-point range. Made one in the first, two more here in the second. It seems like with more to come.
The pass to Maverick. Here's Dandridge. Pass to Holland. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The 76ers leading by 9. Passes it to Baddest one. Now Langford. Wiley the pass to Flash. The high post shot. That shot no good.
I thought that one was going to go down. Mid-range jumpers. Oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
It's blocked. This one for three. Another three for Philadelphia.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Detroit's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. There's a minute 40 left in the first half. Here we go, one-on-one. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Philadelphia shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Chris, the NBA has flattened now the draft lottery odds. And now that you've seen it at work, seen it in play, any additional changes you might make?
Well, you know, Kev, I still a wait and see for me. I definitely like the NBA making sure they try to address the problem. You never want a team to think that they can be rewarded for losing. So I like what we've done so far, but, you know, if I'm a GM, if I'm a president, I'm always going to try to find ways to manipulate and find that, you know, those open gray areas. And so I think this is something we're always going to have to address, but I love the fact the NBA has gotten ahead of the problem.
Well, like the Clippers of a year ago. They look like, gosh, they've lost all their superstars, but they gave it such a great go. They actually made the playoffs.
Yeah, and it started from the top. I mean, Mr. Barmer said, listen, we do not want to lose. We're going to go in and we're going to play hard. And I tell you what, I think that's what rewarded them during free agency by able to go out and recruit players and say, listen, we don't lose here. We just need you to take us over the top. And I think that's a pretty good recruiting pitch.
Here's Powell following the three by Detroit. 6 to shoot. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so it's Detroit with the ball. Pistons trail by 11. There's 45 seconds left in the first half of basketball.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Detroit shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
Free throw good, AI. D, he's checked in for Detroit. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Bottoms. He has 6.
And if they're thinking, they can get a 2-for-1 here.
You just have to manage the clock correctly. Now, sometimes it's easier said than done if you also want to get a good look.
Here's Poole. 9-point game. 4 on the clock. To the middle. Here's Wiley. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Detroit making a switch.
Adrian.
For Detroit, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. AI outside. From the arc. Good on the triple. AI's got 8 points in the quarter. Now here's Powell. From past the arc. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And their three-point shooting has paved the way for them. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. Taking a look at the 76ers, Kenny, some perspective please.
Well, I thought that turning point was when the bench came in. Those guys really hustled and they gave the team some energy, and then they started to score baskets. That was a bonus.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
Well, on offense, I like to see them play inside out more. Attack the basket, generate easy points. And then once the defense collapses, kick it out to the perimeter. Trust me, I know. Rick Fox, Big Shot Bob, that's all we did.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Flash has been exceptional here, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Pistons trail by 6. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Powell is out there with Bottoms. And there's Flash. Then it's McLemore. And it's Wiley in its center. And so here is Philadelphia following the bucket by the Pistons. He kicks it to Powell. Lets it go with a 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the 76ers lead by 7. Pass to Stewart. Here's AI. Pistons passing it around. Perry passes to Howell. And another 3 for Detroit.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. But you can see why after that sequence.
Here's Wiley. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. The pass to McLemore. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Flash. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Stewart. No good on the shot, so Philadelphia will take it the other way. They've led by as many as 14 points. Next up in the docket, the Bucks following this one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Now here's Powell. Bangs home the trifecta. Powell's got his second bucket tonight.
He doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
Passes to Stewart. AI with it. Here's Perry. The three-pointer, no good. The 76ers leading by 7. Pass to Gilbert. Here's Wiley. Now Powell. 6 points for him. And the pass to Gilbert. From downtown, the long-distance 3 is buried. Bottoms got his third basket of the night right there.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. Now, that makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
Here's A-Train. Pass to Holland. AI in the post. Guarded by Powell. Passes it to Gilbert. The three. Another three for Philadelphia.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks Chelsea.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Back to AI. It falls for his fifth field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
As hot as he's been, it still has to be him who leads the charge and helps turn this game around.
And Philadelphia calls time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
So I made my way. So I love until like she probably right. But then as the show, I'm straight to the light. I'm safe for the Franklin and the shoulder full of. Don't know it like myself. I say self-made, meaning I design myself. Fade, you can pull my foul yourself. Myself, yeah. Right, I like the life I built. Westside 60, I might got. Standing so tall, I think I might got skills. Legendary baller like Mike, like Will. 96 and Pollard, more wheels. Up against the wall, that Fox Hill, like
And while we've got this moment here, now let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. The 76ers, number 1.
Yeah, I mean, the best in the league at forcing those miscues and then capitalizing at the other end. Their defense led to their offense.
Here's Viana, and it's off the back rim, no good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
Here's Maverick. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Let's go. That one doesn't drop. Now the 76ers take it the other way. And here is Prez. Drilled from 11 feet out. And the 76ers lead by 13. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Pass to D. Kicks it to Harris. Here's Maverick. Here's A-Train. Buries the jump shot. A-Train's got his second bucket of the game to go. The NBA fans sometimes called the sixth man. Chris, talk about what a difference a raucous crowd, a home crowd, can make for a team and a player.
Well, I could talk about that from my experience, but let's talk about from my experience first. Sacramento, we had a lady called Sign Lady. Now, of course, she had a real name, but she said, just call me Sign Lady. She would make the most beautiful signs. Vlade, we believe in you. Pager, every shot is good. She'd make them creatively. They'd be bright. They'd be big. And we looked for her for encouragement. The cowbells, how loud everyone there was. Some first-time gamers say, this is my first game coming to watch. Go win, Chris. Or people that's been like, I've never missed a game. You want to do it for the fans. How loud they are. How they get on the teams. How they get on the refs. You got to love it. And then for the rest of the league, oh, my God. Last year in the playoffs, going to the Milwaukee Bucks, their home arena, that new arena they have there. Oh, crazy. You want to talk about crazy fans? Go out to Toronto and hang outside with 10,000 crazy fans in the rain while they're singing and shouting and having fun over there in Jurassic Park. And we all know about the great fans that Golden State had all their years in Oracle, some of the most loyal fans ever. The sixth man, the fans being the sixth man, that is not a cliche. That is not made up for PR purposes. That's true and real. And some of the best players will tell you how those fans have taken them over the top, giving them energy to win some games.
Yeah, a lot of energy. Yes. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Viana. Another three for Philadelphia.
His energy level has never dropped in this game. I mean, he's working his tail off. And the D is struggling to keep up.
Here's D. And the last-second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Philadelphia, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on a platter and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. D out there with A-Train. And it's Big Daddy. Then there's Harris. And it's Sparks in at the point guard position. That's the group for Detroit right now.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Here's Harris after the Sixers pick up 2. Here's A-Train. Back to Harris. Puts up a 3. Traps in the tray. Harris has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now, here's Langford. D right on him. Beyond the arc. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
Now here is Harris. Sparks passes to A-Train. Here's D. Another 3 for Detroit.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Let's talk about it. The great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
And the 76ers call time here. Stewart's checked in for the Pistons. AI comes in for Harris. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Wiley, he's checked in for Big Daddy. Flash comes in for Prez. Powell, he's checked in for Langford. And it's Bottoms in for Baddest One. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Here's Sparks. And too long on the shot.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And stolen by AI. Plays it in off the breakaway.
Well, so often we see this. Transition buckets off turnovers.
Well, you know, Greg, this is why coaches preach ball security to their teams. That sequence right there.
Here's Flash. And there's the pass to Gilbert. And here is Powell. 4 on the shot clock. That shot wide open. And that's now 22 points for Flash.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's A-Train. Sparks passes to AI. Pistons passing it around. Rebound by the 76ers. Down low. Here's Poole. Off with the layup.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Now, here's Ayan. Here's A-Train. They get the rebound. It's blocked, and he's able to get it back. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. The shot by Powell, no good. Pistons trail by 15. Stewart passes to AI. Here's Perry, and it's blocked, and he recovers it. The 76ers leading by 15. Here's Flash, drops in the layup for 2.
Timeout, timeout.
Flash has got 24.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
But GA, this is no let up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're down by 17. There's 1:54 left in the fourth. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Flash.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
There's 1:54 left in the game. Here's Big Daddy. Baseline try. It's rebounded by McLemore.
His touch has been off tonight, and now his judgment is off too. I mean, come on. It's not a smart shot.
Flash passes to Wiley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Gilbert. 76ers with the new shot clock. 2 points. That one goes. And the 76ers lead by 19. Detroit's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Philadelphia.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Flash.
Oh, man, anticipation, instincts, energy, all his tools were on display tonight as he lit the place up.
And here are the 76ers now. Following the 3 by Detroit. Pass to Wiley. Out left to the wing. Corner shot. Rebounded by the Pistons. Here's Stewart. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
2 shots. Foul. 2.
Shooting for Detroit, down on the floor. Stewart.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. He hits the second from the line.
They're looking to get the most out of every possession. Frustrated to miss even one free throw right now.
Pass to Magician. 19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Out to the right wing. Here's Dantley. Another miss by Philadelphia. Here's A-Train. Young passes to A-Train. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.